Have you ever noticed someone who just doesn't post online? No selfies, no vacation photo dumps, no long paragraphs celebrating their breakfast. In a world where attention is treated like currency, these people almost seem invisible. When someone stays quiet online, society loves to judge them. People assume they're insecure, that they're hiding something, or that they just lack the confidence to show their face. But psychology and a bit of philosophy tells a completely different story. The truth is, people who don't post aren't falling behind. They are actually demonstrating some of the highest levels of emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and quiet power. Today, we're going to decode the minds of the people who never post on social media and why their silence is actually their greatest strength. To understand the quiet ones, we first have to look at the trap everyone else is caught in. When you post a photo, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. It's the exact same chemical linked to reward and addiction. Over time, sharing your life goes from being a fun way to connect to a full-on performance. Psychologists call this a shift from intrinsic motivation, doing something because you genuinely enjoy it, to extrinsic motivation, doing something for external rewards like views or validation. This creates what is known as the photographer's paradox. Have you ever been at a concert, having the time of your life, completely lost in the music, until you suddenly realize, wait, I haven't recorded this? Suddenly, you are burdened. You stop living the experience and you start trying to prove you had the experience to an imaginary audience. People who don't post have recognized this paradox. They have decided that they would rather live deeply than perform perfectly. They know that a memory feels entirely different when it's lived, rather than when it's posted for approval. Escaping the crystallized self. When you post regularly, your audience builds an expectation of who you are based on your aesthetic, your opinions, and your highlights. Your identity becomes what psychologists call crystallized. It becomes rigid. If you deviate from the brand you've built, people get confused or upset. But in the real world, human beings are incredibly fluid. You might be a loud jokester with your friends, a serious professional at work, and a quiet thinker at home. By refusing to post, private people execute a digital jailbreak. They refuse to let an algorithm or an audience pigeonhole them into a single brand. By remaining a blank slate, they maintain the freedom to be whoever they want to be without breaking a fragile digital persona. So, if they aren't insecure, what exactly is going on inside the minds of people who stay off the feed? Psychologists point to a few key traits. Internal locus of control. Most people rely on external reactions to feel good, but quiet people believe their happiness and success come from their own actions. They validate themselves in private. They don't need the internet to act as a scoreboard for their self-worth. Meta-awareness. This is the psychological ability to step back and observe your own thoughts and behaviors objectively. They can see the social media matrix for what it is, a highlight reel driven by comparison. Because they see the illusion, they simply choose not to play. Self-concept clarity. This means they have a stable, unshakable sense of who they are that does not depend on feedback. They aren't hiding their flaws, they just don't care to market their beauty or their success. Emotional regulation. They don't post every passing thought or feeling because they have learned how to process their emotions internally. They don't need to prove they are okay to the world. They make themselves okay. The modern rebellion. In the 19th century, the philosopher Søren Kierkegaard warned us that the crowd is untruth, a place where people hide from themselves, acting only on what is popular to avoid judgment. Today, the crowd isn't just our peers. It's a highly engineered algorithm designed to profit off of our insecurities. In an attention economy, choosing not to post is essentially a digital strike. It is modern-day activism. It's a textbook act of rebellion against a system that wants to harvest our memories, measure our worth in likes, and sell it back to us. Many people confuse privacy with loneliness, but they are actually opposites. Loneliness is feeling unseen even when everyone is watching you. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most confident, and the most posted life is rarely the most fulfilled. The people who stay quiet online aren't missing out. They are mastering their real lives. They are lone wolves by choice, building their dreams in silence. So, the next time someone calls you boring or insecure for not posting your pictures online, remember this: silence isn't weakness, it's control. You don't need filters to feel beautiful. You don't need followers to feel valuable. And you do not need to be seen to be someone.